channel for your stimulus package, stimulus check update. I'm going to go over a little on the unemployment, and this information was yesterday on August 29th, 2020 at 12:07 p.m. But this is when this information was discussed and was talked about. So I'm going to go over a little bit with you and just, read it, and maybe that might help you understand something that you was needing to know or had a question about, but it ain't too much reading, unfortunately. But let me jump right into this and go over this with you. Oh, by the way, remember, in a favor to me, if you don't care, we're almost at that 1,000 mark, guys. We're like 4 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button, give me a big thumbs up, and share the videos. It will mean so much to me. I really do appreciate it, guys. And I'll do this every day, sometimes twice a day. But let's get into this, and I'll read this. Okay, the first step toward a possible compromise on a second round of federal stimulus money is in the works, but there's still a ways to go before the money starts flowing to the unemployed. Now, a conversation Thursday between Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi and White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows produced no results. With Pelosi vowing to hold fast to the $2 trillion level, Republicans precisely said they wanted the stimulus to be no more than $1 trillion and ceded loads of pork in the demand proposal. Now, however, on Friday, Meadows told reporters that Trump is willing to sign something around the $1.3 trillion, which would indicate some movement towards a compromise with Democrats. And some states have signed up to receive an unemployment boost supported by money from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The funding would grant an additional 4 weeks of federal unemployment, estimated at $300. However, states must adjust their systems to accommodate the FEMA funding, and that could take a long time before the cash flows. The Thursday call between Pelosi and Meadows was the first discussion on this stimulus package since August 7th. The federal unemployment boost of $600 ran out at the end of July, leaving many families in dire straits, particularly as September and the rent mortgage payments for the month loom. The Senate is adjourned until September 7th, while the House is out until September the 14th. However, if the leaders can compromise, both legislative bodies can be recalled in 24 hours. Is it possible that Republicans can pass a stimulus bill without Democrats? The stimulus would be smaller than the proposed $1.3 trillion, but would include a federal unemployment boost of $300 per week. Now, to state benefits, the bill would include small business loans and more money for coronavirus testing, as well as school funding and $10 billion for the post office. The package would not include another $1,200 stimulus check that the first stimulus contained. The federal aid to unemployed workers that President Trump announced last weekend looks likely to be smaller than initially suggested. And it remains unclear when the money will start flowing, how long it will last, or how many workers will benefit. Okay, now, uncertainty comes at a delicate time for the economy. New applications for state unemployment benefits fell below 1 million last week. For the first time since the pandemic took hold in March, the Labor Department said Thursday, but billings remain high by historical standards, and other measures show the economy losing momentum. The pandemic unemployment assistance extends eligibility to some workers who would not otherwise be able to apply for unemployment benefits, such as part-time and self-employed workers. Regular claims are seasonal adjusted, but PUA claims are not. Source Labor Day Department. Okay, then a $600 a week federal supplement to unemployment benefits enacted to address the pandemic stopped at the end of July, and that pulled away a key source of support, not just for the nearly 30 million Americans receiving benefits, but also for the broader economy. The status of the financial relief is a huge question mark hanging over the economy, said Daniel Zao, senior economist for the career site Glassdoor. Mr. Trump said Saturday, that he was taking executive action to provide unemployed workers with $400 a week in extra payments on top of their regular state jobs benefits. He did not so after talks on a new round of pandemic relief stalled in Congress. Now, the Senate adjourned on Thursday until early September, and the House members had already left Washington. The departures all but end any change of quick agreement on sending stimulus checks to American taxpayers, reviving lapsed unemployment benefits, and providing billions of dollars for schools, testing, child care, small businesses, and state and local governments. In the meantime, states are scrambling to figure out how to carry out Mr. Trump's plan with unemployed workers, wondering whether the money will arrive in the time to prevent lasting financial harm. Okay. Now, when Mr. Trump announced the program known as Lost Wages Assistance, he said it would add $400 to workers' weekly unemployment checks. But unlike the earlier supplement, which was fully funded by the federal government, the program called for states to chip in a quarter of the cost. Governors from both major parties balked at being asked to spend billions of dollars when tax revenues have plunged because of the economic collapse. Now, so this week the administration offered new guidance. Rather than adding $100 a week on top of existing unemployment benefits, states could count existing benefits toward their share. In other words, unemployed workers would get an extra $300, not $400. States will have, they still will have option of providing an extra $100, but few, if any, are expected to do so. Now, they are strict, said Andrew Center is a senior fellow at the Century Foundation who has been studying the unemployment system. They don't have money for masks for the teachers in their schools. They're probably not going to come up with an extra $100 for everyone on unemployment insurance. The lowest paid workers won't qualify for extra money. Now, under guidance released by the Labor Department on Wednesday evening, the new program will be available to people who certify that they are unemployed or partially unemployed due to disruptions caused by COVID-19, but only if they already qualify for at least $100 a week in unemployment benefits. That provision would exclude roughly 1 million people, nearly 3/4 of them women, according to an economist at the University of Illinois. They're the people who need the most. Now, they said they were low paid to begin with. Now, and then being singled out for only not getting these benefits, I think is really cruel. Now, it is clear why the $100 minimum was established. Mr. Trump established a benefit under a federal disaster program that requires states to cover 25% of any cost. But that rule applies to the overall program, not the individual recipients. People receiving money under the pandemic of the unemployment assistance program, for example, qualify for $300 a week, even though that program is entirely funded by the federal government. Even for those who may qualify, it could be weeks or even months before they begin begin receiving any extra money, states will need to adjust to their new provisions when they are already overwhelmed by unemployment filings. Now, it took months for some states to begin paying benefits under the assistance program, which extended benefits to over independent contractors, self-employed workers, and others left out of the standard unemployment insurance system. In part because of the computer systems that are difficult to reprogram, we think it would take months. A spokesperson for the Hawaii Department of Labor and Industrial Relations said in an email he cited the difficulty of reprogramming the state's computer system to comply with federal requirements. Even the states with more modern computer systems said it could take up to weeks to get the new supplement started. Bill McComley, Secretary of the New Mexico Department of Workforce Solutions, said that his state was among the first to get the Pandemic Assistance Program group up and running, but that it still took nearly a month. Okay, everyone. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that need this unemployment desperately bad. But, as you know, I hope, it's a shame that one person's holding this up, Nancy Pelosi. And on my next video in the morning, it'll be at 8 a.m. in the morning, I will be talking about the check and the stimulus package, stimulus check, and what you can look for in the month of September to maybe receive it. As of right now, there's good things going on, all except Miss Pelosi, which you all know. And I always say this, you all. If their strategy is to hold off until close to election time, then pass a bill, thinking and some people it's going to work on. Some people think, well, okay, if they go ahead and pass this and it's just a couple of weeks to election time, then I'm going to vote for them. Don't have a change of heart when you're going into the voting booth or whatever, because they just suckered you in. That was their plan the whole time. Don't do it. Listen, guys. Look how they've made you all struggle. Look how they've made us Americans struggle. People living on the streets. They have no cars. They have no homes. They can't pay the rent. Can't put food on the table. Can't buy their children what they need. School supplies, clothes. You can't pay your water bill, your electric bill. And it just keeps on going and going and going. People, American people, we are tired of this. Show these people, show these leaders who's the boss. And in the description below, I'll have a number to the switchboard that will direct your call to wherever you want to whoever who you want to talk to. And I'm pretty sure they won't answer, but if an answering machine or whatever kicks on and says to leave a message, don't be polite. You tell them you want your stimulus check, you want your unemployment, you want your stimulus package, and you don't be nice about it. You let them know what you want. You're in control, not them. You be in control. You all, I'm not for Donald Trump. I'm not saying who I'm for, but I'm not for Donald Trump. He's got to go. Nancy Pelosi's got to go. Mitch McConnell's got to go. We've got to have a clean sweep in our great nation here. And as it's looking, it's not so great right now. And that's sad to say, you all. But, I try not to let this stuff get to me, but when you think about it and when you're talking about it, it's hard not to sometimes. And, and I try to encourage people to, be strong. And one thing I always remember, y'all, faith. Have faith in God. God always takes care of us. I know this is dark times. We're living in dark times because of this COVID-19 and this pandemic. But have faith in God. God will always take care of us no matter what. I know we're going through hard times, but He will lift us up and everything will be okay. And I know it's easier said than done. Don't take me wrong, okay? Please don't take it wrong. But everything will be okay. Sometimes you have to go through hard times to get to better times. And I know it's hard, but we have to do what we have to do, and it's just, I wish I could send everybody $1,200 checks. I would. I send it to your PayPal account or whatever, but, unfortunately, I'm struggling myself, and I don't, I wish I could. I'd give anything if I could. But you all, I'll update you. I just wanted to go over a few brief things with unemployment. What I went over might not meant or concern nothing about what you just want to know, but maybe to somebody it meant something, or maybe it helped them understand something. These articles comes out new every day and on their websites, and it's real news. It ain't fake. Nothing's fake. I mean, it's exactly what they're saying. But I'm just I'm sorry. I'm just replying it back to you all. But I'll have a video in the morning at 8 a.m. Make sure to watch it, and I'll have a video on your stimulus check, and I'll update you on what's going on, because between now and then there might be some more news. So, but we will see a stimulus check you all in September. It's probably more likely to be up towards the end of September, maybe not. I'm hoping more like in the middle. I'm hoping more like the first week and a half in September. I'm hoping, but let's see. We'll wait and see. But until then, always, come on, guys. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. Give me a big thumbs up. That will help me tremendously. And share the videos. And until next time, God bless. I love you all. Peace out.